Okay, we are back with part number 2 of week 5, Outcast Ordo, a Dark Heresy campaign. Our brave adventurers have just gone onto a ship to head down to the planet of Zephyrus Secundus, as their Inquisitor told them to go fix whatever the hell's going on down there. So you guys are sitting in this ship. How did you guys position yourselves? Any particular seating arrangement? There's 6 seats down one side and 6 seats down the other.
I'm across from Krieg.
Okay, so Krieg's sitting in the second seat from the pilot's bay, and you're sitting across from him?
Yeah.
Okay. The other two?
I'm going to take whichever one has an empty seat next to it, and that's where me and my bag sit.
Okay, and Reparo, you're on the other side? Reparo?
He's awfully still.
Reparo is meditating and checking the machine spirits. So
When I get a chance, I want to yell at Krieg. So, do you know anything about where we're going? I'm assuming it's kind of loud in there, or is it not?
No, it's there's a bit of turbulence. Every once in a while, the ship shakes quite a bit.
How far am I from Krieg?
There's maybe like 3 feet in front of you. It's
okay.
It's like, think of a bus, but it's a spaceship.
Yeah, I just want to make sure it's like that kind of spaceship and not like a fat one.
Reparo is just flat out disconnected. His internet has shit the bed. Okay, so Reparo fell out of the ship on the way down.
I'll try to save him.
With his fork.
Yeah, so he's going to need a fate point soon. Anyway, so you ask what's his face again? Why can't I remember his name? Mr. Krieg, Master of Arms of the Black Comet. What do I know about the planet? Sorry, what was your exact question?
Do you know anything about where we're going?
The ship is scheduled to land at the Gorgonoid mine. One of the most productive and important mines for the Empire. Well, at least in this sector.
You haven't heard anything about why we're going there?
No. Nobody seems to involve me. From what I hear, the planetary defense team, the 97th Battalion, is already there. They don't need the help of rogue traders militia.
Hear anything of value down there on that planet?
To find value.
I don't know. Some gelt.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah.
That was weird.
So Reparo jumps back into the ship and then immediately falls off again. Okay, there you go.
No.
So, value of gold. Well, I guess there's quite a few wealthy families. What concern is that to you?
I'm not really interested in any families.
What did I miss?
Nothing. He's just asking about what about the planet, or what do we know about the planet?
Oh, okay. I just hear value of gold. I'm like, where did this whole context come from?
Gelt.
Throw
I
gelt.
said gelt.
Seeing as this is the richest planet in the sector, there's probably a good chance you can find quite a bit of thrown gelt. Good luck getting close to the people that actually have it, though.
Noted.
Challenge accepted.
It's gonna be legend. Anybody else have any questions or discussions?
No, I'm sitting quietly reviewing information about the planet on the tablet.
Was Eli, were you paying attention to that conversation I was having with him?
Mm-hmm.
Did you make any facial expressions when I asked about money and that? Were you trying to listen in?
Mhm.
Okay.
Eli's
I
preoccupied gripping his bag of drugs pretty closely. I did mention there was a bit of turbulence,
Yep.
so I'm gonna need some checks,
Oh,
and
evil.
we're gonna go with either strength or agility, whichever you prefer. I need 3 checks.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess the best one would probably be agility.
You could do strength for humor. Considering your pork fail.
There's the first one. Second one. Third one.
Okay, so you hit the first pretty turbulent bump, and the bag rustles around quite a bit. But you were testing against your strength.
I was testing against my agility.
All right, so you were fairly adept at like keeping it on your lap and making sure that none of the glass vials broke or anything like that. The next bit of turbulence, you weren't quite as successful. It was a pretty big bump, and the plane kind of dipped, so everything went up. You're strapped down, the bag's not. So it kind of lifted off your lap a bit, but it's kind of scared you a bit, and you jerked it back down. So you heard the definite smash of a couple vials as it landed back on your lap. Just before,
none of the syringes punctured him as they landed on his lap. Or?
Well, the injectors are protected pretty, like they're in packaging that keeps them from
stabbing someone on accident.
Yeah. And then
I'm just trying to get some gore factor here. Sorry.
Yeah, there's enough of a jolt the third time that a very similar situation happens. It kind of lifts out of your arms a bit, but this time you were prepared for it, and you were maybe holding on a little too tight, and so like you smashed it a little bit, kind of overcompensating. A couple more vials.
You're probably getting some looks as to why you're holding bags of glass.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was all during my conversation about the...
Yeah.
If you look at me, there will be tears.
Bit of a tears and a sort of a terrified almost look on his face.
No, just sad.
Okay. Any other conversations?
No, I think I'd just give Eli a look. Not necessarily at the glass, but more of when he mentioned the money. Because he talked to me about...
That's over.
Go and get it.
Staring at the pilot's door with hatred.
I say, I guess you'll have to get a new collection of crystal unicorns.
I love how robotic your voice went for that too. Anyway,
With that?
You went like all cyborg when you.
Oh, did I? Perfect.
Yeah, it was kind of perfect. Okay, so the ship lands. You hear the big kerthunk. Are any of you looking out the window as it goes down?
Window?
There's a couple portholes.
I don't think I would. I think it would make me sick.
Okay.
I probably would because of being on a planet, so
Okay, so
I'd probably be interested in what's going
let me
on.
paint the picture for you. So you see, as you're coming down, the clouds clear. There's you can see in the distance, there's a large mountain range. There's 3 distinct peaks, each of which have large, like extremely large cables, like probably size of buildings running from the peaks, and they seem to gather in the center and connect to this large spherical disc, on top of which sits an entire city, about 3 times the size of the Black Comet, suspended on this giant mountain range. There's a couple other peaks kind of surrounding it, and they're reflecting.
3 times the size of the Black Comet? Wow. Yeah. Okay.
It's just
like you're not talking about the city in the Black Comet. You're talking
no,
about
I'm
the
entire Black Comet.
Okay, that's massive.
Yeah, it's a massive city. It's got it's a number of skyscraper type buildings off the top, but also down through the bottom of it. There's buildings hanging off of it, almost like moss in a forest hanging off of a tree. But there's like cables and like these little buildings and stuff like that.
So the city is suspended?
Yeah.
That was a mistake.
Oh, it's suspended by the giant cables?
By the giant cables, yeah.
Okay. What's below it? It's like a valley of something below it, or?
Yeah, there's you can't really see it, the valley below, because the mountains are kind of covering it. There's a mountain. It's sitting kind of in the middle of a mountain range, and the angle you're coming on, you can't quite see what's below.
Okay. Sort of dark and shadowy.
Yeah, it's dark and shadowy. There's like a peak or a couple hills in the way. Like it's just kind of blocking that view.
What's like the biome situation that we're in? Is it like a jungly sort of desert, or if I missed that?
It's kind of a colder area.
Temperate.
Think more of like boreal forest.
So temperate.
Like a tundra almost.
Tundra, like is there like coniferous type trees or?
Yeah.
Like giant ones sort of deal or what?
Did you say carnivorous trees?
No, I didn't say carnivorous trees.
Evergreen. There's evergreen trees.
I'm just messing with you. It cut out right then for me, and that's what I heard.
Coniferous, not carnivorous.
There's a few. They're not very big trees. They're evergreen, but they're not. There's not a ton of them because it's almost like you're past the tree line.
Okay.
The planet
so we're that
so
far.
Cold.
Okay.
No, from what you can see, you can't tell. Like, it kind of looks like the whole planet is just like this.
I'm gonna consult my tablet to see if I can figure out our proper location to the poles for the city that we're going to be going to, like how close it is to like a north or south pole on the planet.
Your tablet tells you. Well, you do knowledge check on your tablet.
Yeah, sure. You want me to do like a rolled D100?
D100. I think your tablet gives you a bonus to your knowledge checks.
Okay. Where the fuck is? I mean, frack.
Wrong game still.
Yeah, I know. Am I still in roll 20?
No.
Nope.
Yep, that's what I figured. Sorry. My computer sort of had a freak out fit about something or other. Wow. Can't find anything about that, apparently.
What did your things give you?
I probably noted it somewhere in the gear. I thought I had. Maybe I forgot to note it.
Let's put a note about that.
You know what? Like, that's fairly basic knowledge. Like,
Okay.
Plus the fact that you're getting a bonus from having the actual tablet device there. You want to know the exact coordinates?
Well, yeah, just curious, like how close we were to the north or south pole on the planet.
Just
get a general idea of our geography.
You're fairly close to the equator.
Okay, so we're like, okay. How is it, like, are there any oceans that are, like, made of water? Just to get a general idea of the ecology of the planet.
There's no major ocean bodies.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fairly dry planet. Probably a lot of the... because it's this cold and you're close to the center of you're close to the equator. Like, further north, it's covered by a lot of snow and ice caps.
So it's just like all frozen, basically.
Yeah, so a lot of the water is tied up there.
Okay.
Also, so you're seeing this huge mountain range in the distance with this kind of sky city suspended. And just in front of it, there's this huge runs the entire length of the base of the mountain, like farther than your eyes can see. Open pit mine.
Okay, so that's basically the city above the mine is what it looks like. Okay.
The city's further in the distance.
Oh, so it's not directly over top of it. Oh, yeah, that's right. We can't see.
So it's city, mountains. One of the massive peaks that is suspending it is there. So city, mountains, and then the open pit at the foot of the mountains. And like as you come through the clouds, you actually can't see the end of the open pit in either direction except for the foot of the mountains.
Now you mentioned there was stuff like dangling below the city. Is it sort of like lit up? Does it look like there's lights and stuff suspended below the main structure, or?
There's a number of, from this far you can see they almost look like cables, similar to the massive cables holding the building, but much smaller, and buildings are just supported and kind of hanging off of it. There's a number of lights that run up it.
Okay, interesting. Just so I get a general idea of what I'm looking at. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
it's a pretty cold planet if we're at the equator and
it's a tundra,
it's snow there.
There's no snow, but it's cold and barren, like
Oh, okay.
like it is right here, right now. No.
So we're on planet Canada, is what you're saying.
Pretty much. So you land. The ship sets down.
I'm going to reference one more thing on my tablet before we do. Is there any seasons? Do we know what season it would be on the planet? Like, is it winter or is it summer?
This is summer.
Okay. Thank you.
Actually, just for simplicity, we're going to say that the planet doesn't really experience seasons.
So it's always just temperature. Okay.
Yeah. Not enough to take note of.
Okay. So it's still overall a pretty cold planet compared to our planet.
Yes.
As Earth, comparing to Earth, that is. Okay.
Holy Terra, which you've never been to?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so
it's probably going to be colder climate than I'm used to on the ship in general.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
So the ship lands. You guys see the big bay door at the back of the ship open, kind of, it's a big ramp, kind of comes down and opens out, and you see okay, you've landed smack dab in the middle of what appears to be some sort of military camp. In the like from just a couple hundred feet from the ship, and then further back, you just see this encampment filled with tons of grim-faced men and women. Some of them bloodied, bandaged. They're all wearing gray uniforms. So it's tense. That's kind of all you can see from now. It's just this sea of military tents. There is one structure you can kind of see a little bit further. It's much larger and kind of red. You would not know what it is, but Nico, you would know it as a biodome. No, that's not what it is.
With Pauly Shore?
Yeah. And then the ship leaves immediately. No, it's oh shit! Why can't I find that?
None of us know what it is.
Anyway, it's basically
you with the heavy
like,
breathing.
Sorry if it is.
it's basically like a portable. That's what it's, a hab block. It's a portable hab block that they can drop from. The army can drop from orbit to set up like an instant command post.
Instant habitable command post?
Yeah, it's got an airlock and seal and everything for if it's on a less than hospitable planet.
Okay.
But yeah, it's about 20 meter cube, actually. Bright red, from what you can see over the tops of the tent. You see Krieg unbuckle himself and step out and look around. And then he looks up to you guys and says, here's your stop.
I jump off. I'm gladly off the ship.
You do jump off because you're not used to being on ships. So I have a question for our other two Voidborns. Have you ever been on a planet?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Can I get fear checks?
Fear?
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
Fear versus your...
Willpower.
My willpower is a 52. Does that mean I made it?
Yeah, you're fine. You're a little shaken, but you're okay. Reparo, this is all very new to you. You've got probably a slight case of, what is that, agoraphobia? Open spaces?
Sure.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
I'll be disembarking slowly and cautiously then.
Yeah, and you're going to take a minus 10 on your rolls for a little bit.
Are there any stars out?
It is daylight.
Dang it. Okay. That would have been fun.
As you guys disembark the ship, Krieg looks at you guys, pulls something from his pocket. Just gonna figure out who he gives it to. Walks up to you, Nicodemus.
Okay.
And it's just a small black kind of wallet size thing, and he flips it open. Are you wearing a flak vest?
I am wearing a flak jacket.
Black jacket. Does it have
Black
any
cloak,
pockets?
rather.
Black cloak. Do you have?
I have a backpack.
You have a backpack or something? Does anybody have anything that they're wearing that has like pockets in the front?
I probably do.
So your flak vest?
Yeah,
Right.
I have one of those vests like on Stargate.
Okay, so he looks at you, Nico, and realizes that he can't do what he wanted to do, and then spins around to Reparo, and he tucks in his left lapel. It's a badge, basically, and as his hand pulls away, you see it's got the double-headed eagle and a giant letter I, and this is gold on this black leather background. So it's a badge.
Yeah, remember I'm wearing the black body glove.
I ask, what is this?
Captain Ezra said you may need this. You haven't had your training, and this identifies you as being completing work for the Inquisition.
Do you know where we're to report?
I know nothing more than drop you guys off.
I give him a salute. Many thanks.
I'm going to salute him, too, and shed another tear as that chapter in my life closes.
I half-assedly wave while looking in a different direction.
Like,
Toodles.
Yeah.
Okay, so he jumps back on the ship. You see him hit the button, the thing starts going up. You see him tap on the back of the pilot's cabinet, and you hear the engines fire up, and the ship lifts off and leaves. And the three of you are standing kind of in this landing area on the planet, surrounded by these guards wearing these gray uniforms. And you notice they're all staring at you. I need a scrutiny test from each of you.
what's that? D100 as per usual?
Yep. It's an actual skill, so it should be on your skill page.
Didn't having. What? You nailed that.
I
failed.
it's apparently my 28, I guess. Wait,
I have to. It's under perception.
You have to hit
What?
a 14. So you
why am I? Oh, okay.
Mine's a 19.
Okay.
Why
The
does
other-
it say score 28 but total
That's-
14?
You have a
If it's a
perception of
basic, it's
28.
half of your stat.
Yeah, the score.
Oh, it's because I don't have it.
Your score.
I have
is
it
your
trained,
base
though.
stat. You have it trained, which means you can actually use it at half.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
If
So
you,
yeah, I
if you
didn't make
have
it then.
trained, you couldn't use it at all. You'd look
No,
around,
and
you're
I get a
like,
-10 anyway for my fear, so
These
it
people
doesn't
are
matter.
looking at me. So yeah, that's pretty much all Nico and Reparo get, is that these guys are kind of all staring at you. You kind of don't know what's going on. Eli, you get the sense of kind of the mood of the place is like one of they've been beat down. They're exhausted. They're tired. They're not really looking at you aggressively. They're just sort of kind of interested. This is probably the most excitement they've seen in what looks like a little bit of time.
Oh, I'll just call out then. Who would like to show us to our quarters and tell us a bit about what's been going on around here?
A number of them laugh. Most of them just kind of turn back to whatever they were doing.
Were we given any other information about where we're supposed to go, who we're supposed to meet?
No. Give me, you just know to show up here. Like that. Honestly, you were given a ton of information.
Can I inquire with them, or is this
You
something
may
we're waiting to
inquire.
do?
I'm supposed to ask you to do that. Actually, can you inquire with that?
That's not me. But I imagine mine's not going to be much better.
Oh, fuck.
I'm probably going to be looking around for some kind of computer console to interface with, being that I'm not used to this sort of situation.
Okay.
That would be my most comfortable.
Fortunately, Reparo, like, there's, like, next to no tech here other than their weapons.
Mm,
Like, it's basically a makeshift camp, so...
right. I know. That's what I would be doing.
So you're kind of looking around, trying to see that equipment. Eli and Nico, you attempt to inquire and get some information out of these people. They don't seem to be particularly forthcoming with any information. They kind of shrug you off,
Right.
and they're not particularly interested.
In talking to the Inquisition. Gotcha.
Yeah,
I don't like the way this place moves.
You guys do notice. You can kind of see it in the distance, just past, or you actually first start seeing it past where that red building is. You can there's somebody coming, and they're moving much quicker than the rest. Like they're clearly on a mission, and they're heading straight for you. It's just you just
The
see
mission is to kill us. We should probably shoot them.
All right, then. Combat time.
I don't really say that or think that, but yeah.
Do scopes exist in this game? Like, do you have to buy them separately? Or would they be on...
I think they do exist, yeah.
Okay. Then I hide.
Okay.
Lay my sack out and open it up.
Okay, so you're just sitting in the middle of this landing kind of area, unwrapping your hobo sack.
Yep. I'm going to get me a syringe of who knows what in each hand and be ready for combat.
Okay. So this person or this thing, it's obviously a person. You can't see male or female yet because they're not close enough, and you just kind of see them. Every once in a while, they disappear, and you kind of see their head pop up behind another crowd and disappear, and they're coming. Like they're clearly coming for you. They're not hiding the fact that they're running at you. But they,
Yeah, so I'm hiding, taking cover, not too far away. Just in case.
So you go behind one of the tents nearby. You get some odd looks from the guards. The rest of the guardsmen that are kind of just chilling by that tent. So finally this figure runs up to I guess he'd run up to you. Reparo, you're the only one standing, right?
Yeah, I would grab my little badge thing and hold it out.
So he runs up, and you just see he kind of he's clearly out of breath. He's breathing really heavy. He's like, "Sirs, we're Welcome to the Gorgonoid Mine. You're here to help. He, like, bends over, puts his hands on his knees, and he's just breathing, trying to catch his breath. I knew it. I knew you'd be here.
Take it easy, son. Where are we supposed to go?
He looks up at you and he sees your badge and says, I told them all that you'd be coming. Are you the Inquisitor?
You told them all we were coming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Pay no attention to him. We serve the Inquisitor.
Yes. Oh, you're not the. Do you want to see the? Or wait, you're not the Inquisitor?
No.
Oh, do you want to see the commissar though? I can take you to the commissar.
Yes, let's do that.
He's right this way, and just as he's about to do that, you just hear this gruff sounding voice bellow out and says, "Jerks, you leave your post again." You guys turn. You see this compact, square-jawed, ugly man. His head is shaved, and there's a dark blue tattoo down the right side of his scalp. He's wearing similar gray fatigues of all the guards, but he has stripes on his sleeve. He indicates he's someone of rank.
Okay.
You see down right where his right arm used to be is a stump on which a large metal rod with a disturbing array of attachments at the end attached. You see kind of the young man that was speaking to you.
Are they like tech attachments or like analog?
Tech.
Okay.
It's a prosthetic limb with some sorts of attachments added onto it.
Okay.
You see this young man that was speaking to you, Jert, you're assuming his name is, based on the fact that he just responded to that when the gruff man yelled at him.
Yeah.
He turns bright red in the face, and he says, no, Sergeant Raynor. I was just heading back there now, sir."
You say Raynor?
I did. Reynard.
Oh, Reynard.
I'm just heading back there now, sir. He kind of nods at you and kind of you see him duck off into the crowd again.
Damn it, Jim.
I'm going to head over towards Reynard.
So Reynard's approached you guys, and as he kind of watches, Church kind of runs past him, and he says, "See that you do double time." And then he turns back to you guys, and you see he's got the same side of his arm now. You can see that eye, his right eye, is missing. It's replaced with a pretty crude wooden eye that kind of stares slightly not quite the right way. His other eye is like this piercing, ice-cold blue eye.
Okay.
Now, so he's staring back at you guys. You're a sorry bunch now, aren't you? Who are you supposed to be? He looks at your badge and he says, "Not the Inquisitor, I'll warrant." Well, speak up. I won't have this commotion in my camp.
Escort?
We were sent by the Inquisitor, sir. We were given little details as to where we were supposed to meet, but we were here to investigate some sort of situation.
So you're the help.
I suppose we can be called that.
So what you're saying?
Sure, they sent enough of us.
So right, let me get. So the Inquisitor isn't coming. You two are the help.
Well,
We three.
He looks around.
I point to... Where did Nico run away and hide?
Yeah.
I look around for Nico, like, where did he go? We had a third. I know not where he's gone.
Well, aren't you guys off to a fine start?
Indeed.
You've not been on this planet for more than 2 minutes and you already lost one?
I've not been on a planet ever.
Oh, this should be rich. Well,
We're just as confused as you are, sir.
Why do you need our assistance?
you're going to need to talk to the commissar about that. I'll go let him know you guys are here. The mighty Inquisition is here to save us all.
Was he being sarcastic when he said that?
Very much so.
Okay.
He just kind of looks at you two and goes, "Sir," and does like a mock salute and turns to head off.
But before that, did you get my message?
Nope. Where are you sending it to me on? Oh, okay, never mind.
I'll attempt. It was in between.
So just as he turns to leave, you just hear this commotion off to the right, and you two recognize it, but you see the Reynard doesn't know who this is, but there's just somebody that trips over a barrel and tries to look inconspicuous, and you guys see it's Nico.
I say that would be our third.
He just says, "I see," and continues leaving. Just as he goes to leave, you see his cybernetic arm just kind of starts to shake, and the attachments kind of start spinning and going a little crazy, and it doesn't look like he's quite controlling it and making this really horrible sound. You hear it, he just goes, "God, Emperor." Do swear that's not centered on our stuff. He says,
what are things? Grox, goddamn Grox meat.
Pretty much. I had some
Blasted Grox.
You Dulgar Grox meats.
Consarn it, this stupid fracking arm. I'm gonna steal it from Battlestar. Fracking arm. And then you see him. He puts his other hand down the length. You hear him whisper a prayer, and then he pushes a couple buttons, and then you see it. Immediately, the arm shuts down, and he starts continuing on his way off.
Okay.
You hear this. You also hear this kind of laughter, like giggling, kind of that of. It just doesn't quite fit in this area. Like,
do I recognize the prayer he said?
It was a ritual of shutdown.
Okay.
He basically just turned it off.
Okay.
But you hear this kind of weird tittering laughter coming from a nearby tent. Now, if you guys want to do me an awareness test.
Okay.
Yay.
Only Nico.
I am blissfully unaware.
Nico, you succeeded?
Yep.
Okay, so Nico, you see that Jertz didn't actually leave. He must have snuck behind the crowd and then doubled back, and he's definitely looking at you because he noticed that brilliant display of sneaking.
Okay.
Brilliant.
What is he doing? Is he?
He's kind of wide-eyed, jaws a little slack, staring kind of not at you. You don't get the impression that his stun is from your display. It's unrelated. He just happened to be, his gaze happened to be drawn towards your, whatever the heck that was.
Okay.
So he's kind of like,
So is he just standing there, kind of like staring at us, kind of? And did the other guy take off? Like he's gone?
he's walking off in the distance.
Okay.
Sergeant Reynard. Jertz kind of snaps, shakes his head, snaps out of it, and you see him turn and start to walk away also.
Is he still within range to talk to, or is he the only one that saw him?
He's the only one that saw him.
Okay.
I say I'm gonna follow that Gertz guy, and I want to shadow him.
Okay.
Which
Okay.
I do until someone notices I'm shadowing them.
Okay, so you're following Jertz, and you said that to the other two?
Yeah, Gertz, that's what his name is.
I guess I want to turn to Reparo and say, don't you find his treatment of us rather disturbing since we're the physical embodiment of the Emperor's will?
Sorry, what was the question?
Do you not find his treatment of us rather disturbing, being we're the physical embodiment of the Emperor's will?
I find a lot of this planet odd and disturbing. That's all I say.
Okay. Attempt at dialogue. Fail.
Okay, so
I'm not happy with you.
you guys
What did I
see Nico attempt to disappear in a crowd.
You stuck a fork in my head, man.
Disappear or look busy if they notice,
Yeah,
and that's
so,
that. Then
yeah.
the opposed test comes in.
Yeah, sorry. When I say disappear, I mean like blend in, kind of basically make sure that Jertz doesn't know you're there or doesn't suspect you're there. Which,
Right.
Yeah, so you're wearing a black body glove in this sea of
I'm also unremarkable.
unremarkable. Well, I'm thinking he might be getting a bit of a bonus because you are wearing a black body glove in the middle of
The flat cloaks around me.
a flat cloak.
Yeah,
The super rare, hard to get flat cloak.
the only thing that I purchased. Yes,
You might be getting some looks as to how they could steal that from you.
I don't think it's a rare. Was it rare? The
Flat
flat
cloaks
cloaks?
are
Okay,
extremely rare. Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
It's still a negative 20 test to whatever bonus they get.
Right. Exactly. But yeah, they're probably just canceling each other out at this point. So you're attempting that. So is that a skill check that you're doing to kind of blend into the crowd?
It's a skill check once they notice, and then I can do it. Then I'm fine for like a minute, and then if they notice again, then I have to do another check. Is I think how it words it. It says each check is good for 1 minute.
Okay. So let's just do a general awareness check. Or I'm going to do a general awareness check with Mr. Jertz here.
Yeah, he has to do awareness, and I'll attempt to fail miserably, as I have been tonight.
I'm going to do it. No, we're going to do this publicly so we can have some fun here. So, he's a guard. He's kind of just always on the alert for suspicious things. He's kind of peering around as he's heading back to his post. And fucking doesn't see a thing.
And then there's my opposed check.
Yeah. So he doesn't notice you at all.
Riding his shoulder.
Yeah, like you're like walking, like you're literally right behind him, and like he turns his head, and you kind of switch. Like,
Turn with him.
Yeah, you
Like,
turn with him, like he's he's that oblivious to you, like you would. Yeah,
Like turning.
and you're not entirely sure that you're that good. You just think he's just really not. He's preoccupied with something, like his earth's been a little rocked by something he just saw or heard. So you see those two disappear into the crowd, Eli and Nico, or Eli and Reparo.
Okay. Did he say he was going to send the whatever, not the Inquisitor, but the other guy to find us?
He said he was going to tell the commissar that you're here.
Okay, I'm just going to try and sit down and be as comfortable as I can on this strange planet.
Okay.
He finds the nearest vehicle and climbs in it.
Not really sure of what to do and how to react to this environment.
That makes sense. So you just, are you pulling up a chair, or are you just sitting on the ground?
I'm
The dirty,
Gonna-
filthy ground.
No, yeah, I'm gonna find some kind of a chair or something to sit on that's not the ground.
Okay, so you see there's a number of these tents, and they have some tables and chairs outside them where the officers they just hang out and sit and eat and drink.
Aside from Guy Smiley with the cyborg components, does anyone else seem like they're a tech priest of any kind, or is just general rabble?
No, they're all wearing. It's general guardsmen. They're all wearing their gray uniforms. They're wearing Imperial Guard flak suits. They have some of them have their helmets on. Some of them are carrying it with them. Most of them all have las carbines with them. And a large combat knife is usually attached to them on some place.
So
they're their front of their camo vest.
They're ready to defend themselves if they need to, basically.
They're soldiers, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
You definitely landed in the middle of the Imperial Guard encampment.
Sounds that way.
You see a large 97 on a lot of their shoulders.
I guess they're like this 97th detachment or some baloney.
Yeah, a ton of...
Battalion, yeah.
The tents, the truck, everything has this 97.
Okay. I'm going to look on my tablet to see if I can find anything out about the 97th.
Did you go and just take a chair from one of these guys, or?
I would have just found an empty chair if there was one, or something similar that I could sit on. I'm not just going to pull one out from anybody and be like, get out of my way.
No, so you approach a tent and there's a couple guards around it. There's a chair that nobody's using. Do you just take it and leave, or
I'm just going to take it and sit down outside nearby. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Okay. So Reparo grabs this chair. The guards kind of look at him. He picks it up and walks a couple feet to the right of them and turns around and sits down. Are you facing away or to them?
I'll keep my direction facing them because I'm not sure how they're going to react to me in sort of situation. So.
Okay. As you do this, they're just kind of staring at you. You're a little different to them. They haven't seen something like you here in a while.
I'll just hold up my badge while I'm looking down on my tablet.
if you point to your badge, make them.
Yeah.
As soon as they see that, they kind of their heads snap away and they kind of almost not they don't want to look at you.
Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah. Don't give me any trouble.
Yeah, the two that were around that area where you took the chair of, they kind of just disappear. They head somewhere else.
Okay.
So that table's empty?
Yeah, the table's empty. It's more of an like a supply crate that's a makeshift table.
Playing some kind of card game or something?
Yeah, they were just killing some time. The general mood that Eli got was that they were done fighting.
Yeah.
I just want to set the thing on there and sort out the broken bottles and see what I have left.
Excellent. Okay. So you gently unfold your hobo bag on top of the
I love that it's a hobo bag.
Yeah. It's pretty wet at the bottom. It's got this really rank chemical smell coming off of it. Roll me a d20.
Ooh. Nine.
You have 9 injectors.
Okay.
That survived the turbulence.
Oh.
I guess you had 20.
Apparently.
Give me a roll of a d10. Actually, give me 3 d10s and a d20.
Okay.
Okay, you have 7 vials with a yellow label on them. 5 with a green label on them.
All right, let me. Five green. Okay.
Yeah. You have 10 red.
Okay.
And 5 blue. The blue is the one that you injected that poor shopkeep with. There's a number of broken vials left in the bag and smashed injectors.
Lots of blues. What the injectors? How are they smashed? Like the needles broke off and stuff. I'm guessing.
There's like a. These aren't your normal standard syringes. They're more of like a mechanical device. They have a glass vial in the center of them that holds.
Okay.
And,
like those ones you see on Star Trek.
Here's what I want to do.
Basically like a hypo spray, but with a needle instead. Yeah.
I'm going to take those broken ones out. How many are there?
Give me a D20. There's 3 broken ones.
I'm going to take those 3 broken ones out, and they're mechanical. So I set them up here, and I go, "Hey, Reparo,
I look up from my tablet.
can you fix these? Maybe at least salvage one."
Do I recognize them as having any electrical components that I can fix or salvage?
There are no electrical components. It's entirely a mechanical device. You see that the glass is busted on them.
I fear that that's not my specialty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you think that, like, if you had replacement glass pieces for them, you could probably fix them, but
I let him know that you'll require new glass components for those.
Okay. I'll toss those in the. Oh wait! I toss those. I shake the glass off of the. Is there any salvageable bottles with liquid silicone?
I also jokingly say perhaps there's some in the crate in front of you.
I shake that all out. So this is still drenched in that liquid.
yep.
I'm just gonna look at it and ask him to smell this.
I'm not gonna smell your chloroform rag.
Smell the rape. Smell the rape, please.
If he even starts coming towards me, I'm gonna pull out my las pistol and point it at him.
Can you smell this? Does this smell rapey?
Okay.
Does it smell like chloroform to you?
I'm totally getting a rape knife from you right now.
All right.
Oh, that's horrible. We're going to hell.
Since he won't do that, I'm going to lay it back out. I'm going to look for something soft that I can pad the inside of my hobo bag with, or someone else's bag.
There's nothing. Or there's like the tent. You could use part of the tent if you wanted to.
Start cutting up the tent with your las cutter.
So you're cutting.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What are you cutting the tent with?
I have a knife. I'm using the knife.
You do have a knife?
Yep.
Okay. So you're cutting a swatch off the canvas tent?
Yeah?
Yep. I'm trying to make padding so this doesn't break. It doesn't have any more problems like this.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Please, let me know how this goes.
We're going to take a quick break as Shrag cuts into the guardsman's home. We will return shortly.